Hello, YouTube. I know a lot of you have been asking me, how do you draft? How do you draft? So, I am going to go over just a little bit of how I draft, and we're going to look at Martial Machines Aftermath specifically. Aftermath is basically just Martial Machines, but they add the like 50 so Aftermath cards to the packs as well. So, yeah. I'm going to dive in here and we'll start to talk about it as we're drafting. If you're not familiar with draft, you have 3 packs. You start passing, like, you pick a card from the pack and then pass to your left, and then your second, like, until you get all the cards. And then you do it again, except you pass the other way with your second pack, and then you do it again with your third pack, passing the first way again. And then you build a deck with all the cards that you grab. Cool. That's how you draft. For the actual strategy of draft, a lot of people like the acronym BREAD. So if you're thinking about BREAD, it stands for Bombs, Removal, Evasion, Attacking, Defending, which is basically just the order of what you want to grab things while you're drafting. Bombs being the best thing that you can grab in draft. This is a bomb. It will win you the game. Second most important, we like removal. This is removal. It removes creatures. So it just kind of helps you throughout the drafting process of what you should grab when. So there's not just like a huge win the game bomb in this pack, so now I'm looking for removal. This is 2 mana, so it's better than the 6 mana removal. Like, this card's like fine, but I think I would rather have this 2-drop right now. And that's kind of just how I tailor this draft. Oh, this card's really good too. A lot of like removal is pretty like conditional in draft, so when you get unconditional removal, that's normally a higher pick rate than a lot of other things you can do. I'm trying my best here. I have a lot of things going on in my brain at once, so trying to like articulate it on the fly can kind of be a little difficult for me. So bear with me. There's some more removal. Another thing you can do to up your draft game is you can like consume some content, read some articles, and see what people's pick rates on cards are. I think this card is really good for a common, so this is going to be high on my pick rate when I'm looking at commons. This is also really high on my pick rate because it's great removal. You can study different archetypes in a specific format. What I really like about this format is you can easily play these 3 color cards because you do have access to a lot of fixing with, like, specifically this cycle. When you move past bombs and removal, getting to attacking, that just means creatures that attack well. Creatures that... Oh wait, E comes first. Evasion. So like evasive creatures. Creatures with flying. Creatures with menace. After that's attacking. Creatures that attack well. Defending. Creatures that defend well. I personally really like cards like this because it doubles as removal or fixing, so it has 2 purposes. I love cards that have 2 functions. Right now, I'm not staying the most open, but since this is currently a 3-color deck here, I'm obviously playing white. I'm gonna kind of decide between red and black, which is going to be my second main color, and splash the 3rd color. So right now, I'm just gonna kind of see what I vibe with. Picking mostly white cards first. If I get a good red or black bomb, I'll probably start to shift into white-red or white-black, splashing the last color for Croxing, Kyranos, and any other bombs I see in the draft. When you're looking at mom draft specific... Ooh. Rankle and Torbrand. So yeah, like that would be a good reason to play. Oh fuck, that's red black though. That's a little rough on the mana. I might pass that up then. That's such a good bomb, though. I'm so far into white, though. I feel like I can't do that. Let's go with this battle. Specifically in this format, battles are really good, which makes you want to prioritize removal higher than normal. Obviously, like, removal is very good in every draft format, but specifically this draft format, very good. I do like Rankle and Torment. It's hard, though, because at that point I didn't have a lot of fixing at all. It's kind of looking like we're going to do black-white splashing red. But I think I'm shaping up pretty well into a really good black-white deck. Specifically in March of the Machines Aftermath, or just March of the Machines in general, blue, in a lot of people's opinions, is probably the strongest color, followed by black, just because you have really good commons. When you're kind of like looking at what colors are good, you really want to look at like the commons mostly, and then uncommons, because that's what you're going to see the most. Like, you're not always going to see these absurd rares, so you can't really plan a deck around hoping you get a specific rare. Damn it, it looks like passing this where red's pretty open. Should I reassess my red? I'm gonna keep the red in here for a visual to see if I should consider doing red over black, but I don't think so. I think our black is pretty strong. Do we even have any enchantments? Oh, I guess we do. I don't know why that would be in the graveyard, though. I really don't like this pack. I don't want to take this just because it's a rare, but I don't think there's a lot. Oh, this enchantment. Wowie, this enchantment is so good. Okay. That will settle me on splashing red. Which I was kind of already there at this point, but yeah. I'm liking my pile of cards so far. Probably have a lot of Phyrexians, right? And Incubation, that's probably a fine card. That's a really good battle. Battles have kind of like fundamentally shaped this format, which is what I was talking about, why removal is so important previously. This card's really good too, though. Okay, I'm gonna take this battle just because this card's really good. I can splash for 2 red cards. It's probably not an issue. It's another one of those cyclers. Having one of the red cyclers would be pretty good to play like one less red land. How many of these can I have? Okay, I think I probably have enough removal. I have a little like recursion here now. Anyone order a hot plate of removal? Depending on the format too, there's a lot of like good combat tricks you can play. I personally really like, oh, I could probably play that too. I really like combat tricks that function as removal too. Like outside of being a combat trick, like something like this, attack, -2/-2, so it doesn't have to be a whole ass removal spell. It can just like weaken a creature and then the creature can remove it. That's kind of my vibe too. Oh, that 3 mountains feels so bad. Oh, what if I play this and do 2 mountains? I'll fix that later. Especially if we play like a dinker, like inker drinker. 5 cuts is so hard, I like all my spells. Maybe I don't do that. Just hard black-white with only Crux and Kyranos. Do we have, like, too much removal? Is that even, like, a thing? Can one have too much removal? Well, I really don't think that rare is doing anything for me. Other than it, like, being a rare. Maybe that's bad to take it out, but I don't really care at this point. Kinda like that card, though. Infected Defector. Maybe that, we're not, like, really a mill deck. That card's better in blue-black. Our creature count is, like, pretty low. But we also have, like... This is a creature, technically. Maybe I take out this. Oh, I don't know. That's technically a creature. This makes a creature. This makes a ton of creatures. This makes creatures. Yeah, that's the only thing that Helio would be used for. And I don't think that's bad, but honestly, every time I've played Helioid in, like, other decks, I've never flipped it. Like, maybe once. Because obviously the flip is really good, but... Yeah. I think I'm going to try this. The hardest part in this for me is cutting cards, but here we are. And that is how I draft. Hopefully you've learned something from this.